This is Bobby C. at MetLife Stadium here in the second game of a doubleheader on Sunday in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This time around, it's the New York Giants and the Detroit Lions, two 9-4 teams coming in, but the G-Men, Big Blue, prevail on Sunday with plenty of Odell Beckham and this Giant defense. The Giants got rolling early in the first quarter, and it was rookie Sterling Shepard with a touchdown. He talked about this pristine draft class.
That's what they drafted us to do, is come in here and make an impact. They don't draft you to sit on the sideline. And I looked over, I was like, man, we got Roger, who was a rookie, Jarrell, and then you got Perk on the other side. And, it's just like, man, we're out here, we're living out our dreams. So it's been fun.
Is there a sense right now that things are starting to gel for this team? It seems like all facets are coming together at the same time.
Yeah, of course. It's good that we're winning these late games, late in the season, and that's just good momentum. That's what we need.
But it was that Big Blue defense that should not go unnoticed. For the second straight game, they hold a team to under 10 points.
Obviously, with the season going the way it is, the postseason coming up, we got a bunch of big games in December. Everybody senses that, and there's a little sense of urgency within the whole unit.
Anytime you go up 2 scores, man, and a team just got to sit back there and try to go the long way on us, it's going to be hard because you know what you got on the front end and the back end. Or you have an opportunity to play in postseason, but the main thing, you got to go out there and finish this season to get where you got to go. And it's very exciting because you're winning games in the fourth quarter, so you already have that mentality of how to win, so it can only get better.
The Giants have locked up 10 victories and are a good 2 games clear in the NFC wildcard race with 2 games to go. They should at the very least be the number 5 seed. Following 12 wins in the past 2 seasons and missing the playoffs the past 4 years, the Giants are hungrier than ever, and the league should take notice. The G-Men are winning with their defense, not so much their offense, despite 2 scores from Manning and another thrilling one-handed grab on Sunday from Odell Beckham Jr. We know what defense does in the playoffs, folks. Just ask former Giants head coach Tom Coughlin. The recent Giants Hall of Famer may decide to come out of retirement. The Jaguars, a team he coached before the Giants, have made him among the candidates for their recent vacancy. The interim head coach in Jacksonville the rest of the way is Bronx native Doug Marrone. He joined the team last season as an assistant head coach. The Jags fired Gus Bradley on Sunday. As for the Giants, they finished off the season with Philadelphia and Washington. Gang Green started like a playoff-bound team on Saturday, as opposed to the Miami Dolphins, which now have won 8 out of 9 and, of course, are very much in the playoff conversation. The Jets raced out to an early lead and then imploded, surrendering 21 points in just under 4 minutes. It started with a block punt that was returned for a touchdown. Final score Saturday night, 34-13 on Saturday Night Football. And, of course, it paved the way for Matt Moore, making his first start in 5 years, to suddenly look like Dan Marino. Filling in for the injured Ryan Tannehill, he completed 12 passes for 236 yards and 4 touchdowns for the Dolphins. We go inside the locker room for more.
Ball games, we're going to play with the guys that we got. We're going to stay together, and we're not making any excuses, and we're going to let them play. It's any quarterback. It wasn't just Bryce. It was a problem up front. And you're not just blaming Bryce on this. It was the whole offense.
Saw things really well. That was my one mistake. And then, I think that I was just a yard and a half off on the deep balls. And that's the difference between, talking about, 6 points and talking about interception or incomplete pass or whatever else. So those throws are there, though. These things are going to be there. We're off tonight.
I'd be lying if I said there was no nerves, but maybe it showed a little early. We started slow and kind of got into a little groove there, middle part of the game. But once we got going, I think all that negative stuff, if you will, kind of wore off, and a couple guys made some big plays, and we got on a roll. And so just credit those guys for getting us going. The block punt, Jarvis's touchdown. Really all of it, It's pretty, awesome down there at the goal line, getting stopped and then really making something happen, guys kind of not giving up. So that made it easier on me, just the guys around me for sure.
Head coach Todd Bowles is taking the blame, but the veterans who carried the Jets to 10 wins a year ago have simply run out of gas. There's way too many injuries, and a second-year quarterback is not enough to slow a very good Dolphins team that includes the pass rush of Cameron Wake and Ndamukong Suh. The Jets have New England this weekend, and if you were a betting man, you wouldn't be surprised by the Vegas odds. The Pats are 16.5-point favorites, fresh off their big win against Denver. Time for some quick hitters on the NBA hardwood. The Knicks entered Tuesday's game against Indiana at home at 14-13 following two losses to Golden State and Denver, respectively. The orange and blue continue to show flashes, and Kristaps Porzingis is putting together a terrific second season in the league this year. However, the Knicks will need a healthy Derrick Rose. When the point guard is right, they're pretty good. Off the floor, the Knicks will honor Seaball founder Abdul Sleepy Johnson as this month's Sweetwater Clifton Spirit Award winner. The award recognizes individuals who have made a significant difference in the lives of others. Congrats to our friend in the Bronx. Great job. The Nets are coming off losses to both Philadelphia and Orlando. One bright spot for them has been the play of local standout Sean Kilpatrick. He is averaging 16 points per game and carving out a nice career for himself in the NBA. Kilpatrick grew up in Yonkers. The local week on the ice was highlighted by a 3-2 victory by the New York Rangers over New Jersey on Sunday in a shootout. Those are the headlines. We hit the C-list for a word of advice to the National Football League this holiday season. Ratings are down in the NFL for a multitude of reasons, but the bottom line is the league really has become the no-fun league. I guess unless it's beneficial to them. Giants wideout OBJ and Pittsburgh running back Le'Veon Bell took to Twitter on Monday to express their surprise with the NFL's decision not to fine Dallas running back Ezekiel Elliott for celebrating a touchdown Sunday by jumping into a giant Salvation Army donation kettle. The Cowboys were penalized 15 yards on the ensuing kickoff for unsportsmanlike conduct, but Monday the league said Elliott would not face further sanctions. Now, note the celebration came after his franchise record-setting 13th rushing touchdown of his rookie season. The Cowboys went on to beat Tampa Bay. The Giants are still the only team to beat them this season, and they've done it twice. Just felt like mentioning that again. Elliott's score broke Tony Dorsett's team record for most touchdowns by a rookie in Dallas history. Both Beckham and Bell said they would have probably been fined for their celebration if they had done the same. And honestly, they're probably right. The good part of the story is twofold. The Salvation Army said it took in $182,000 in the 12.5 hours after Zeke the Freak jumped into the red kettle. The pub surrounding the jump into the oversized can was worth at least $4 million in equivalent advertising for the Salvation Army, according to the Apex Marketing Group. It should also teach the league a valuable lesson about celebrations. People love them. They're part of the game. And in the spirit of giving this season, the NFL should give them back to the fans. For if you give, you shall receive. Happy birthday, Rena Valentine. And folks at home, you can do so by giving this birthday season to Rena. All packages can be sent to Carmen Hall at Lehman College. That's your sports. I'm Bobby C.
The weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. And since we got no place to go, let us know, let us know, let us know. Oh, it doesn't show